Shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America and this society. I'm going to start out giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. This is the brother Madazawa Yunya, a.k.a. Mataz. And I'm coming back with another quick video. Excuse me. And basically, what I'm about to touch on is basically what's going on with this lady, this woman was saying. Basically, she learned that she's an Israelite. She said a couple of things up in here that was, true. But see, a lot of them still don't have the full understanding. Everybody just now waking up to it. You seeing people on the comment board saying they learned something. Well, we've been talking about this. They've been calling us the crazy people screaming on the corner. And the only thing that's what's happening is this scripture is coming to life when the Elder Malcolm favorite scriptures. I think it says good answers. Here you go. The second Ezra 6:27. For evil should be put out, and deceit should be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption should be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, should be declared. And that's what's going on. You seeing the truth being declared all over the world. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is literally putting it right in everybody's face that this truth is going to be known, Why? Why is this happening? Because we at the end of the last days. This truth is being preached through the whole four corners of the earth. Let me get that. This is Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of this kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's why we at the end of the end. Because the end, first of all, started when Yahweh Shai hit the scene. That was the beginning of the end. Now we at the end of the end. And this is the stuff that's being declared and what's happening. So now you're seeing these things happening. Now you're seeing the truth flourishing. What are you gonna do? Because this stuff was meant to happen. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said this stuff was gonna happen. So let me get to the video. Alright, I'm about to let it play.
My God. So as y'all know, Mississippi just passed the Jim Crow law. Just history repeating itself. But there's something that y'all don't know. And I need all my people to listen. We gotta wake up. Because it's that time. See, because what y'all don't know is the Jim Crow law is actually associated with the Bible and the curses that was put upon his people. So I want to answer this woman's question.
I'm so fucking scared. It has just come to my attention because I didn't know about it just until today. In Mississippi, there was just a law passed like 5 days ago that the Jim Crow laws are being reinstated. That shouldn't be happening at all. And I know you may be wondering, this is like not my normal content on here, but I'm sorry. And I just have to make this known because what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Why? Why? I really don't understand why people do not like me. Do not like us. Because of my color of skin. I don't understand. I really don't fucking understand. What the fuck did I do?
You didn't do nothing. But our ancestors did. The Jim Crow is resurrected in Mississippi. Did woke wokeness do this? As a matter of fact, it did. Now, some of us who have learned the truth are not surprised by this. It may alarm the sleepwalkers. The Most High have already told us that they will have hatred towards us. All you gotta do is read the word and the curses put upon his people. See, their problem is they finally starting to realize that their wicked rulership is almost up. But I ain't gonna lie.
And like she was saying, because this kingdom is about to end. We are literally walking into our kingdom. And what is that? Second Ezra 6, and I'm gonna start at 7. Then answered I and said, what should be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held first the heel of Esau. And that was symbolic of them being put back down in submission. Why? Because Esau was going to have his time to rule, and his kingdom is falling now. Now our kingdom is rising because of all of the wickedness that Esau did on this planet. Verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So this is the end of his rulership. His time is running out, and he's being put down. He's being shown he's the wicked. The wicked wasn't going to last forever. He wasn't going to last running around doing what he want to do forever. No, time is running out for him, and he have to be put down. He have to get judged. Judgment always got to come. Now we're gonna go through some rocky situations that's about to happen, but this is just showing you this is because Esau have hatred. He always hated us. But Obadiah 1. And it's because of this, and this is why another reason why he being taken down. Obadiah verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carried away captive his force, and fugitives entered into his gate, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou would as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their distress. Neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And that's what they did, man. They hatred. They came and they slaughtered us and they killed us, and they was murdering us. They was murdering. And this is the things that they did. And that's why his kingdom is falling. He always had hatred for us. He always hated us. He will never care about us because they was born. Jacob and Esau was born to hate each other. They never was born to love each other. And our people have a problem with seeing that because they been beat down so much by this devil. They think, oh, he cool now because he doing this, he doing that. It's my own people. Don't you understand them, the curses? And that he, with his wicked agenda, got our people against us. So he had to pay for all of this. And he's going to get cut off. He's going to get destroyed. Because they did this during 70 AD when we got taken down, man. And a lot of this judgment is going to come back on them. All right, I'm going to let it continue.
Ain't gonna lie, we finna go through some battles, and it's gonna get worse before we leave. We warned our people that are sleepwalking that these nations hate us. And it has nothing to do with skin color. It's because of who we are. The tribe of Judah. The real Jews. It was prophesied that we would be hated throughout the four corners of the earth. What y'all need to find out and learn is that the Bible is our history book, not a Christian book. Our ancestors were not Christians. They was Israelites. It's time for y'all to learn the truth. And this has
And she said it. You know, she been learning. But you know what? This is what I don't like, that they make it an all black thing. Like, this the tribe of Judah. You know, it's 12 tribes in Israel. And that's something she still have to learn. Because it ain't, the Latinos and the natives are going through the same stuff that we going through. We under the curses. You know? But she said we gonna go through some rough times before we even get there. Hold on.
according to Bible.
Well, Acts 14 and 22. Give me a second. Yeah, this it. This is Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhortation. Exhorting them to continue in the faith. Cause we always exhort each other to continue, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High Power God. So we're gonna go through a lot of tribulations, and the wildest times that's about to come is the day of the Lord, and it's not gonna be nice. It's gonna be very, very dark. This is Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness and not light. Like she said, we're going to go through rocky times before we even get up out of here. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went unto the house and laid his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? Yes, it's not going to be it's going to be very dark, and it ain't going to be no brightness in it. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is about to punish all these nations. See, every nation came to get against us to cut us off from who we are, because like she said, it's about who we are. This is Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not thou silence, O Most High Power God. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Most High Power God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. And they hate us, like she was saying. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They want to cut us off. For they have consulted together with one consent, that they are confederate against thee. And this is what they did. And of course, the top dog, the tabernacle of Edom, which is the so-called white people, and the Ishmaelites, which is the Arabs. Every nation came against us. Of Moab, which is the so-called Chinese. And the Hagarenes, I think the Hagarenes, I think that's the Arabs again, if I'm not mistaken. Gabal, which is Edom again, and Ammon, the so-called Japanese, and Amalek, the top dog Edomites, the Philistines, which is the Hamites, with the inhabitants of Tyre, which is the Hamites again. You know, so all of them have to get destroyed, man. You know, every last one of these nations came against us, and they have to pay. You know, sure. What's that? A sir also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah, and all these nations are going to pay for coming against us. So everything she's saying is correct, that they hate us, but we are going to go through rocky things before we enter to the kingdom. This is not going to be an easy walk. So I'm going to go back to the video.
Truth. And this has nothing to do with religion or tradition. My motto will forever be relationship over religion, truth over tradition. It's that time. It's time for y'all to learn who y'all are. And it's time for y'all to gain a relationship with the Father through his word, not a religion. Now we gonna start off with, who is this? Who is this? Cause the show ain't Yahshua. Cause if the Bible's saying that his hair is white like wool,
and his name is Yahweh Shai. This is why I said she's still learning, because she calling him Yahshua. First of all, Edomites can say Yahshua. And hold on, I've got a scripture real quick. Here we go, right here. This is Malachi 1 and 14. But cursed be the deceiver, which have in his flock a male, and void with and sacrifice unto the Lord Yahweh a corrupt thing. Because that's what they do. They sacrifice corrupt things, you know. This is, they sacrifice children. Look, in the Bohemian Road, this is stuff they do, man. And they sacrifice this to the Lord and say, see, look at the people. They try to point their finger at us like we just doing wickedness just because. Now some 2/3 they are. Now you tell them the truth, they still want to continue in it. But they don't believe. They believe what Esau taught them, you know, and that's fine. Everybody ain't meant to wake up, and we ain't expecting everybody to wake up any damn way. We only looking for the elect. That's the only people we looking to wake up to the truth is the elect. You know, two-thirds of our people they have to be destroyed anyway. Give me a second. So I'm gonna read again. Valid and sacrifice unto the Lord Yahweh a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and my name is dreadful amongst the heathen. So his name is dreadful amongst the heathen. They know you got Edomites saying Yahshua. Give me a second. So I'm about to let this Jewish want to be like a Jew watch him say his name. I just read that he's dreadful amongst the heathens. And I was looking, you know, to find a video so y'all could see this for yourself. They're not going to call on the true name Yahweh Shai.
Messiah. Yeshua said that. It's a direct quote from Yeshua in Matthew 6:24. It's a direct quote from Yeshua in Matthew 6:24. Messiah. Yeshua said that. It's a direct quote from Yeshua in Matthew 6.
So that proves right there that they call on the name Yahshua. So if his name is dreadful amongst the heathen, they wouldn't call on the true name. They're not going to call on Yahweh Shai. So I just got to clear that point up. So stop calling him that. You Israelites out there who calling him Yahshua, stop calling him that. That's not his name. It's Yahweh Shai. There are no U's in Hebrew. Ain't no U in Hebrew anyway. You know? Look how Yahshua is spelled. It got a Y. Ain't no E's in Hebrew either. And ain't no U's in Hebrew. Ain't no E's or no U's in Hebrew. Alright, I'm about to let it play.
And I mean white like wool. Just like this. Where did the brown hair even come from? If it said his skin color was the color of fine brass, burnt in a furnace, and I mean burnt in a furnace. This is an actual picture right here of someone burning fine brass. Then where did y'all get white from? Or even the olive skin color y'all keep claiming. Y'all just don't want him to be black so bad. Y'all just make up any lie. And He was born in Israel, which is Northeast Africa. Y'all stop saying Middle East. It was not called the Middle East back then. It was a part of Africa. So you mean to tell me, when they have to hide Jesus, Yahshua, in an all-black place in Africa to blend in with the people, you saying that they hid a white man or an olive skin color man in a place full of black people? It's impossible. Which is common sense that he had to be black to blend in with black people. Now I'm finna tell you why his...
And that's proven in the book, Babylon 10 book 2. If y'all read, that's when Jerusalem was sacked in 70 AD, and we was fleeing from Roman persecution. You know, we was fleeing in certain parts of Africa and hiding amongst the different dark-skinned people. That's why it was hard for them to find us. They couldn't find us because we was dark. It was dark like us. So we hid amongst them people to escape that persecution. So she's on point with that. But one point, what she didn't explain, who is the man? I'm about to get who is that man. Goes all back to this. First it was Serapis Christus, Zeus, Cesare Borgia. That's who the man who look like so-called, who would they call Jesus Christ, Cesare Borgia. In fact, give me a second. I'm about to go pull him up. Here we go, right here. All you have to do is do a Google search, find out, see who he is, and you're gonna find out. Hold on, right here you go. So yeah, Cesare Borgia. That's who that is. Give me a second. So I'm gonna let some more of the video play.
To blend in with black people. Now I'm finna tell you why his skin color got something to do with the Jim Crow law and them trying to bring back hanging and lynching. Now, in the Bible, Pilate's wife had a dream about the Messiah. When she seen that the people was trying to kill him, she pulled her husband aside and said, "Have nothing to do with this righteous man." She said, "I suffered much suffering in a dream today. Have nothing to do with his killing." So Pilate turned to the people and said, "I don't see nothing wrong that this man is doing for me to kill him." Pilate was talking to the Hebrews, our people. He said, "If y'all decide to kill this man, the blood will not be on my hands. It will be on y'all's." So then the Jews, aka Hebrew Israelites, mistakenly said...
And they didn't mistakenly say shit. Let me get the scripture. I'll start right there. So this is Matthew 27. I'm going to start at 22. Pilate said unto them, "What shall I do then with Yahushua, which is called Mashiach," which is the anointed? They all say unto him, "Let him be crucified." They ain't accidentally say nothing. They wanted him to be crucified. Why? Because he was cutting them. They didn't like the feeling of being cut. 2/3 of our people, because these was mostly 2/3 saying this. Now you had some of the elect who didn't know, and probably saying it too because they didn't know no better. But 2/3 mainly was the ones saying, "Yeah, man, crucify him, kill him, get rid of him," because they didn't want to turn from their wicked ways. So when she said that accidentally, they ain't accidentally do nothing. That wasn't never. It was never. Ain't no. I'ma accidentally say crucify somebody. No, that's not an accident. That was deliberately on purpose. And I'm gonna keep reading. And the governor said, "Why? What evil have he done?" But they cried out the more, saying, "Let him be crucified." Exactly. He even said, "What evil have he done?" What did he do? What did he do wrong? And they said that. So nothing, no, they didn't accidentally do nothing. That's why I say she still got some learning to do, and hopefully she do wake up to the full understanding and the truth. And understand 2/3 ain't shit. Verse 24. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hand before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. Exactly. He said, man, I'm innocent of this just man. This is a just man right here. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. So they didn't mistakenly say that. They like, man, put the blood on us and our children then. Kill that man. Crucify. Get him. That's how they was, man. Kill that nigga. Fuck that nigga. They ain't accidentally say nothing. It wasn't no accident. They said that deliberately. You gotta get the facts straight, man. Them wicked ass niggas back then. And they gonna be destroyed. That's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to destroy these 2/3. They gotta go. Straight up. It wasn't no accident. They did that on purpose. I'm gonna finish letting it play, but I had to cut that because she going off.
Mistakenly said, it's okay. Put it on our hands, our children's hands, for generations and generations. Crucify him. So then it was so. So from then on, we was cursed to die the same way he died. Now they like to tell y'all that he died on a cross, but that is far from the truth. The cross is one of the main graven images that he talks about in the Bible. The word cross was never even in the Bible to begin with. It was added in there from a pagan god they called Tammuz. The cross is a symbol of the first letter of his name, a T. Now, if you look at the history during those times, you would know that if you were worthy of death, you had to be hung. It was the law.
And the cross actually represent that being X'd out at to death, Xing you out. Now I don't know about the Talmud thing, I'm gonna teach what I was taught and what I researched myself, and that cross represent being X'd out. So that means, they crossing you out. They put you to death. So
Acts 5:30 even told you that he died from hanging from a tree. There was a divine curse placed on a hanged person. And if a man has committed a crime punishable by death, and he is put to death, you hang him on a tree. For a hanged man is cursed by God. And when they had carried out all that was written of him, they took him down from the tree and laid him in his tomb. The same way they do us till this day. For what our ancestors have committed, it allowed us to be punished the same way he was punished. I'ma show y'all the curses that was put upon us. Slavery and captivity, having no power to stand against our enemies, being sent back to Egypt again by ships, exiled in the land of our enemies, scattered among all nations, a very sick and disease-stricken people, at the bottom socially with other races high above us, lost the true knowledge of who we were, and will be called by many scornful nicknames other than Israel and Hebrew, which is still happening to this day. Packed into prisons and jails, a non-properous people. We even hate each other and oppress people by our enemies. The world would not tell you who or where the Israelites are today, but the scriptures will. There's nothing new underneath the sun. There is nothing new. Our sons and daughters will be given to another nation while your eyes grow weary, looking for them day after day with no power in your hand. With no power in your hand. With none at all. The cross story couldn't be real if they wanted it to. How did they nail his feet and hands to a cross when it says that he protected all his bones? Not one of them is broken. There would be no way to hammer a huge nail into someone's foot to hang without breaking a bone. There's no way. This is the real reason why no bones shall be broken. The sad reality is, if we continue to disobey, we'll continue to pay. So please, it's time for us to wake up. Stop letting them brainwash you and make you forget who you are. Stop letting them make us feel like we are nobody, because they know who we are. Our people back then just didn't know how to read and write. So they didn't know that the Bible back then was made for them. They felt like it was a horrible, horrible book. But they didn't realize the truth was inside of it. But now it's our time to make up for it. That the truth of who we are is inside of it. Our time is coming, and they know it. The Bible is our true history book. The problem is we let everybody get into our head. Why do you think there is thousands and thousands of religions, but only one true God? All trying to praise the same person, but giving them different names. That's because you were supposed to gain a relationship with the Father through the Word, not a religion. And that's where we as a people fall at.
So yeah, man. You know, a lot of stuff she said was on point. A lot of stuff she didn't have to correct. That's why I was going and correcting. But it just shows you, man. The reason why they bringing back these things because of the perpetual hatred. They hate us. And that's the problem with Jake. Jake want to keep loving these devils. Stop loving them. They don't love you. They hate you. So, and they're going to always hate you. But his time is coming. He's going into slavery. All the other nations. Matter of fact, I'm going to end it with that. Every last one of them. Not just so-called white men. Every last one. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all thy adversary, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So yes, man. They all going into slavery. Every last one of them. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husband. Keep pushing and doing the work. Shalom Barakatham and the Baba Ball.